I think we should find another beach to swim at. Back up! Don't touch that! Get off it! Haven't you seen Alien? G'day folks, it's Cortezerino. This will be a bit of a different kind of episode, and I'm not referring to the shaders. We're not going to keep the shaders on, it's just whenever we are over here at the Hanging Gardens, it just looks so much better with the shaders that I have to use them. But this will be a different kind of episode because it is a terrible, terrible time of year for Cortezerino. That's right, it's the school holidays. And school holidays means that poor Cortez doesn't have a lot of time to record because he has 3 kids. So that's why you've been seeing tutorials from me recently. I've still been playing tons and tons on the server, but if I'm going to do some recording, I need to kick the little kiddies out of the house for a few hours. I send them out with supervision. Don't worry about that. I don't just throw them to the wolves. Yes, I get them out of the house for a few hours, and that gives me time to record a tutorial, but not really a full episode. So I've done about a week and a half's work here on the server, and haven't recorded any of it. And let's sleep, because I don't know if this place is spawn-proof yet. So I finished last episode here at the Hanging Gardens, and I was saying I was having such a good time building that I would keep going. And I have, and I've put the second level up the top there. Let's run up. It's not completely done. Man, this hallway looks cool with the shaders on. Still got to get rid of all the torches. But I said I was going to come up pretty steeply here because we've got this area just below me. We're on the grass. I'm planning to build some really tall trees. So to look out from this spot here, it'll be a big thing of leaves. You wouldn't see much. So got a bit of a little balcony here where I might do some small plants. But the idea is to get up to the next level as quickly as possible. So we're well above those trees, and I haven't completely decided what I'm doing, but I think I'm going to have 2 staircases coming up right in the middle. We can see my tree farm down there, and have a big building on the top, and this will probably be the top level. Nice high building, and we can walk out into the top gardens, but it doesn't look like much here right now. But anyway, I was thinking about, well, I was doing all this building with the sandstone, and I was starting to get a little bit bored of that, so I thought, well, I want to start building some trees. But before I started, I wanted to do a bit of research because I needed small plants and trees for up the front here, and then bigger ones for up the back. And I just wanted to get a few designs ready to go before I started. But as soon as I started researching, I found all these pictures of people building creepy plants. When I say creepy plants, I mean just not natural looking, but really freaky looking ones, because I was looking for a different variety of trees. And all of a sudden, I lost interest in building here. I wanted to build fantastic looking plants, namely big creepy mushrooms. Which means I had to leave that district, because the Hanging Gardens is in the Persian district, and if I'm going to be building... Can I get up here? If I'm going to be building fantastical, creepy mushrooms, then I can't do that in Persia. But we have a district for that. We have the Fantasy District. And we've done a little bit of rezoning because we've got this huge area here which extends way beyond my render distance and heads off to spawn. And we never really assigned anything to this district. So it's right in the middle of our world, but we haven't built anything. So what I did was I did a little bit of rezoning, and I moved the Fantasy District up to here so we would actually do some building, because no one had really done much there as yet. Now, we're doing Ancient Civilization, so you're probably thinking, well, why do you have a Fantasy District? Well, we call it Fantasy because that's just what everyone started calling it, but the real original name was a mythical district. So if someone wanted to build Asgard, or what's the Greek one? The Mount Olympus. If someone wanted to build that, they would build it here. Well, not here. This is plains, but there are some mountains over there they could build it. And that was the idea. So I thought, why not do a creepy forest? Because ancient peoples, like think back to the Romans, they were terrified of the forests. There was a god that they were afraid of called Pan. I think he was a trickster or something like that, but that's where we get the word panic, because they were afraid of Pan, and if they'd go into the forest, they'd get panicked. Something like that. There's a little history lesson for you. So I was looking around here for a spot to start building. So basically, the idea is this is a huge area, so we'll build up the forest completely and then just have paths leading through, opening up into creepy little areas. And somewhere around here, just over here, I think, I found the area that I want to build. And you can see I've done a little bit already. Now this is an interesting area. Like, I didn't clear this earth here. Someone else did that, and I think they were planning on maybe putting their base in here, because it's a really cool formation. There's a big hole, and all you'd need to do was put a roof over it, and you've got a cool base area. But this was done in the first week or two of the server starting, so no one has been here in about 4 months. So I've been keeping my eye on it. I think they either just got bored of playing on the server and left, or they moved on to somewhere else. So I have claimed it. And let's go down here and have a look. And I forgot that I still have my shaders on. So we'll turn them off, but we'll just have a quick look at the creepy mushrooms with the shaders. So I had that sudden urge to build creepy mushrooms. And I've learnt if you get the inspiration to build something, you should go and build it quickly, because inspiration is fleeting. But I've never built creepy mushrooms before, so I didn't really know how. But luckily, we had a template already on the server. So over here at the World Tree, Nutty Chef built his netherwort shop out of these cool mushrooms. And this is very close to my mushrooms. You can see them on the other side of the water over there. So what I did is I came over here with my camera account and looked at these ones while I built the others. And funnily enough, the best mushroom I built over there was a block for block copy of this big one. But the others I changed a little bit, but not really that much. So if you're going to put in the comments saying, Cortez, those mushrooms look cool, yeah, it wasn't me, it was Nutty Chef. So for some reason, I really wanted to build these mushrooms on the beach. That's why I've gone for these light sort of beachy colours. And I've decorated the area a little bit with some coral, and the chorus plants or fruits or whatever you call these bits, I've just got a bit of string over the top so they don't grow. And I just thought they looked cool, as if they were little pods that had been dropped from the mushrooms. So I've just got them sitting around all over the place. They look nice and creepy. I really like it, but that gave me the idea for what I wanted to do next, because with my with this area I'm doing, I don't really have any plans. I just wanted these on the beach, and I put this little river in. This wasn't here before. So this would sort of lead you into the forest, and then we get into another little bit of a creepy thing there. But I really wanted to follow the natural formations that we have around here rather than terraform everything. So like here, for instance, we had a little cave that went nowhere, so I just decorated it and left it as is. So the plan is just to have these are sort of like a signpost, so you're led into here and into our creepy little area. So I thought, well, there is no place on the overworld that I know of yet for us to farm chorus fruit. So I thought, why not? We'll just plant them in here. They're sort of hidden away, and they fit in nicely with the creepy feel of this bit of forest. Now, I don't plan to be doing a proper farm here with dispensers, dispensing water to break them all. It's all going to be natural, and I'll just make some natural sort of natural formations, like little bridges around here so you can run across and get to all the fruit. So it's not going to be anything special, but it's just decorative here. But terraforming and building fancy things takes it out of me, so I got about this far and I got bored, which led me to that pillar over there, which someone marked in the first week or two of the server, and then they never did anything with it. And I don't know who marked it, and I don't know what they were planning, but I've claimed it. It's been there for 4 months and no one's done anything. So what they were marking just down here let's go for a little wander. We have a little skelly spawner. And guess what I've built here? Of course, you've probably seen the tutorial. I just put it out. We've got my AFK vine farm with the mending shears. So usually I would show the Let's Play episode, look what I've created, and then I would do a tutorial. But because it's school holidays, we're doing it all backwards. So down here in the collection area for the skeletons, I've done this a little bit differently from the tutorial. And the redstone is a bit of a mess because I didn't really know where I was going with this when I started. But basically what we're doing is we've got two item sorters here. So one's taking the bones out and depositing them in these chests here. Another one is taking the arrows out and just dispensing them straight into lava so they don't end up in our storage. So that means there is very little in our storage. We're just going to get bows and armor and stuff so I can check in here to see if there's anything I want to keep. And if I want to keep it, I can put the enchanted bows over here. And then down here we've got a bin, so press the button, and as long as the light's on, it's getting rid of the items in the chest. But when the light turns off, the chest is ready to accept items again, so that way we can just sort through all the drops we get really easily and get rid of anything we don't want. But yeah, I could have done this a bit better, I think. It's a bit of a mess. So the farm is kind of complete. I need to move my doggies around because when I went to do the tutorial, I came up with the idea of putting the AFK Fisher right here. So I need to move one of my dogs over so we can get the XP flowing in that direction as well. So I've still got to do that. But I've also got to make a proper entrance. All this bare rock will not do. So I had the idea for, just like up above where I was following the natural landscape with my decorations, rather than have an entrance here somewhere, we've got this creepy, well I was going to say, it's not creepy yet, it will be creepy when I'm done, but we've got this little island here, which kind of has a bit of a, I don't know if it's a cave entrance, but it sort of drops down there. So what I think I might do is make this island the entrance to our skelly spawner down there. So our vine farm. So I need to dig a little passage down through to there and link it up. But I want to decorate this too. And I'm not sure if I want to do more mushrooms, or I had the idea for a giant tree stump that you could crawl into and the passage led from that. So I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. But being school holidays, it'll probably be another week before I can record anything. So we will cut away and see what I end up doing. Well, this video is going to come out late. I had a terrible problem, guys. It's been an experience. I was building down here, just laying all the end stones, so we've got somewhere to plant all these guys. And I ran out of end stones, so of course I went to the end. But apparently we have a little bug that has just appeared in the end, and basically Dr. Strange stuck me in a time loop, and I was stuck there for nearly 2 days. So I couldn't record, I couldn't even really, I could log on, but I'd get logged off after about 30 seconds. So I haven't done nearly as much in this area as I would have liked, but I think we have to call it here for the episode. So I've been building these natural sort of arches, just so, oops, and they're not very safe. There's a bit of OH&S issues in here. But you can run across the top and get to all the flowers up the top here and chop them down. So it's not an automated farm by any means, but it's looking pretty cool. A lot more decorating to do yet, but we will leave that for another day. I have had enough decorating. But over there, I did do a big tree stump in the end, and I think it looks pretty cool. Let's run over. So I've tried to do hidden lighting where I can, so it looks somewhat natural, but on the inside I just thought, well, I'll go for end rods. It's kind of fitting because we're making them over there. So yeah, they don't look too bad. It looks kind of mystical or something. And I've decorated around the edges a little bit, just a few flowers, stuff like that. All the roots from our tree stump go down into the water. But I'm very happy with the tunnel, actually. I didn't want to do too much on this because it is a bit of a long tunnel. So I've just done very basic decorations, but the tunnel weaves around. It's pretty cool. It had to weave like this because I kept running into water and flooding the place. But, you know, it works out pretty well. So we just come down here. We've got the access to our spawner so we can switch it on and off. And down here, I've cleaned it up. But I haven't done much. I just put white concrete pretty much everywhere. So it's ready to go. The farm's looking good. I had a comment when I did the tutorial for this that the dogs will take damage from the thorns on the skelly armor. And sure enough, their health was a bit low. I mean, look at that guy's tail. I need to feed him a little bit. And I haven't really rigged up any easy way of feeding them just yet. Alright, he's probably good now. How's your tail, buddy? Oh no, it's still down. Well, we'll deal with that later. So I thought about changing the way the water streams went around here so I could walk by them with my food and just feed them on the way by. But in my testing world, all I did, like it fed them, they healed, but also got baby puppies running around everywhere. I ended up breeding them. But I have got an idea for an AFK farm that involves breeding the doggies. So you might remember this place. This was going to be an AFK area. So I've got my AFK fishes all set up. They filter out all the items except for books, saddles and leather boots. Filters them all out and destroys them. And we've got our skeleton spawner up in the globe there. Oh no, look at these doggies. They are in terrible shape. They are about to die. How many times do I have to feed them? Okay, a few times. Here we go. But this is where I was thinking about doing the AFK farm, where you go past the doggies in a water stream and you feed them and keep them alive. But you can't just go past them and feed them, because if they haven't taken damage, they'll make a baby. So you have to go past one, feed him, then a long pause, and then go past the other one. And I've got an idea. It's just an idea. It's not a working concept yet. But it means tearing all of this out. And the reason I haven't touched this is I was kind of like, wasn't really interested anymore. Like AFK fishes, yeah, I mean, all I really want's Nautilus shells. And I'm going to all this work for a few AFK fishes? I don't think so. We are going to mix it up, because right above us is a snowy biome. I'd always intended to do some kind of ice farm up there, but I think I'll do an AFK one that also drops you down here. You feed one doggy, then you stop, get your pick repaired, feed the other doggy, and then go back up to the AFK ice farm. So that is what we're going to do with this area, and I'm going to tear all my work out here, because I don't think maybe I'll keep one. I'll tear them out. We are going to completely redo this area. It won't be an AFK area. It's going to be a big ice farm. But that's not what we're doing today. Because, like I said, I couldn't get on the server for 2 days. We ended up having to reset the end to clear the bug, and then hopefully we can get our ender back and stuff like that. But I got to working on a different kind of farm, and it's just a prototype at the moment, but it is huge. So this is what happens when Cortez can't play survival for a few days. He starts getting strange ideas for farms, and I actually have no use for netherwort whatsoever at the moment, but I still want to build this because it's going to be fun. I think I've just been doing too much decorative building in the last few episodes. We really need to get our redstone cap on. And there's actually not tons of redstone in this. It's more just figuring out water streams and funny stuff. And I haven't got it all figured out, but I think we're just going to start building it and figure it out, the rest of it in survival, because that's what I like to do. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry this episode is a little bit late, but I was imprisoned in the end. There's nothing I could do, but I am back and I'm ready to go. So cheers, guys. I'm Cortezerino. I'll see you later.